Hello everyone, my name is G and today I will talk about my capstone project. My research question is how do generative AI tools affect academic performance and engagement among university students? So why do I do this research? Um, First reason is because of its relevance to the current educational landscape. Learning environments are becoming increasingly diverse and complex. Learners often interact with a range of agents, including human experts, AI, and different learning tools. Understanding how learners conceptualize, strive for, and accomplish their goals under different agent conditions is essential. Another reason why I do this research is because of the emerging cognitive risk. If learners rely excessively on AI-generated output or facilitation, they might not experience the necessary disfluency or cognitive difficulty to trigger the deeper metacognitive processes. Learners might default to less effortful and more intuitive decision making. This may lead to the state of metacognitive laziness. Therefore, there is a need for strategic educational design, ethical and contextual integration, and policy implication. These are the key themes in my research: academic performance, motivation and engagement, self-regulated learning, equity and access, and the role of educators. So what are the theoretical frameworks for my research? The first two theories are Herzberg's two-factor theory and Maslow's hierarchy of needs. These two theories help us understand motivation. They distinguish between extrinsic factors like grades or reward and intrinsic motivation, which comes from personal interest and satisfaction. Research suggests intrinsic motivation can lead to deeper engagement and long-term learning. The next two theoretical framework or technology acceptance model and theory of learned behavior. These two theories explain how students adopt AI based on perceived usefulness, ease of use, and social norms. The last theory is social distribution of innovation theory. This theory shows that AI adoption happens at different paces, from early adopters to those who are more resistant. I'll talk about the findings of research, generative AI and academic performance. So the findings are mixed. Improve outcome. Students using AI achieve higher quality output, better grades, and stronger conceptual understanding. However, the exam scores are lower. AI may hinder learning as found through analysis of student essay. So the context matter. AI seems to benefit across disciplines and tasks, and they are effective in writing, legal simulation, and language learning. When guided by instructor, AI can promote critical thinking, legal reasoning, and language proficiency. Generative AI and learners' motivation and regulation. The result from the survey shows that there is no significant differences in intrinsic motivation among the group used and not used AI, although the statistics reveal that the control group had the lowest interest and enjoyment and the highest pressure and tension. The checklist group reported the highest score for interest, enjoyment, perceived competence, and effort. with the lowest pressure and tension. This indicates that the highest intrinsic motivation can be, and this can be enhanced by providing vehicles, accomplishment, and this can reduce anxiety. These findings raised concern about whether AI-powered technology, such as ChatGPT or illicit organizations, really affect learners' long-term intrinsic motivation, while they can rapidly improve short-term performance. The AI group shows relatively fewer metacognitive processes, while the human teacher triggers more metacognitive processes. For example, the transition between orientation and evaluation. These findings highlight a crucial issue in human AI interaction, potential of metacognitive laziness. And learners do need scaffolding to learn how to ethically and effectively evaluate with AI and actively develop their metacognitive skill. Learners also report to prefer human instructors for motivation purpose due to the trust of the human factor and their relation with the instructor, with the human instructor. Generative AI and self-regulated learning. There are three phases of self-regulated learning: for thought, performance, and self-reflection. Generative AI tools may support or disrupt each phase of self-regulated learning. In terms of content generation, generative AI can enhance idea fluency and productivity. However, it can reduce critical thinking. In terms of feedback provision, generative AI can provide immediate guidance for self-monitoring. However, this may lead to over-reliance and less self-evaluation. In terms of personalization, GenAI can adapt the task to learner needs. However, um, it can limit exposure to challenge and uncertainty. The moderating role of self-directed learning and learners' actual use of GenAI. Students with higher levels of self-directed learning, motivation, self-management, and self-monitoring are more likely to actualize their intention regarding Gen AI use in language learning. Effective self-directed learning strategies can improve students' actual utilization of Gen AI, making them perceive the use of Gen AI as beneficial for enhancing their learning. And these findings underscore the importance of raising student awareness, potential risk of, and improving their self-directed learning ability when using. Now I will summarize the key findings of research. Gen AI can quickly improve task performance, enhance learning performance, and engagement. There is no difference in knowledge gain and knowledge transfer. Gen AI does not significantly enhance intrinsic motivation, and it poses the risk of over-reliance and reduced deep thinking, and the risk of metacognitive laziness and cognitive offloading, and a significant challenge to the cultivation of independent and reflective learners. Gen AI risks bypassing the deeper cognitive processes essential for meaningful understanding and long-term intellectual growth. All these findings raise caution against over-reliance and emphasize the need for active human oversight and critical engagement. Human-AI interaction should supplement, not replace, learner-teacher and learner-system interaction, since different agents have their own strengths and weaknesses. What are the implications for educators? Universities should embed AI into curricula responsibly and train the instructors to guide the student critical and ethical engagement. Universities should also design the task supported by AI that can encourage reflection and critical thinking and prioritize human AI balance. AI should be a learning partner, not a replacement. And the instructor should provide continuous feedback and digital literacy training. Universities should build institutional frameworks for responsible AI interaction and provide professional training opportunities and experience sharing so that the colleagues can share the best practices. So, in conclusion, Gen AI tools present both opportunities and challenges, and they can enhance short-term task performance but may not boost intrinsic motivation or long-term learning outcome. We must foster digital literacy and integrate Gen AI critically and ethically to ensure that students become active thinkers, not passive users, and ensure that AI supports creativity, critical thinking, and meaningful engagement. Metacognitive laziness may prompt short-term performance improvement. Um, However, may pose the risk of long-term skill stagnation. I think that this deserves the attention and future research. Thank you for listening.